Diane fools Jeremy, Phyllis learns shocking secret. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Monday, January 2nd, tease that Jack Abbott tells Adam Newman that he's accomplished quite a lot in his time as co-CEO of Jabot. Adam said he's made a few good decisions, dismissing Jack's praise. He wants to accomplish more in 2023. He appreciates Jack's support. Jeremy Stark shows up at Crimson Lights, upsetting Jack. At the Abbott house, Diane Jenkins shares with Kyle Abbott and Summer Newman that Jeremy bought that she wants to reunite with him. Kyle doesn't like the plan, worried that it will take a toll on Diane's mental health. Diane reassures Kyle, stating she is doing okay and will be happy when it's all over. Jeremy texts Diane asking to meet him to talk about what he needs from her. Chloe Mitchell shows up at Sally Spectra's suite to bring her a pregnancy test. Sally says she thought her anxiety over her situation would make it hard to sleep, but she slept all night. Sally asks Chloe to stay with her while she takes her the test. She doesn't want to be alone. Of course, Chloe will stay with her, and wishes her good luck before she leaves to the bathroom. Nick Newman shows up at Sally's suite. He wants to check on Sally, hoping she's feeling better. Chloe looks uncomfortable about the situation. Mariah Copeland and Tessa Porter meet Sharon Newman at the club. Sharon says it's nice to get out of the coffee house, as she feels like she lives there. They worry about Sharon being at the club, fearing it will bring up bad memories of wedding. Sharon said she has no bad memories of Ray Rosales. At Crimson Lights, Adam wonders why Jack is so protective of Diane. Jack wants to protect her, after all she's Kyle's mother. It's the right thing to do, Jack claims. Adam doesn't buy it. He wants to know who Jeremy is and what does he want from Diane. Jack says Diane has changed her life and the changes she's made should be valued and protected. Adam asks Jack how Diane earned forgiveness from him, after everything she did before. Jack said Diane was honest about her part, and asked for forgiveness. Adam still thinks there's more to the story and applauds Jack for being so forgiving. Adam can't help but worry about Jack. He thinks the Diane situation is a surefire way for Jack to get hurt and that concerns him. Meanwhile, Jeremy waits for Diane at the coffee house. Diane texts Jack to let him know she's meeting Jeremy. Diane gets up to meet Jeremy and as soon as she opens the door, Phyllis Summers is there. Phyllis is surprised Diane is back at the house. She questions whether she ever left. Diane refuses to answer her question, stating she has somewhere to go. Phyllis wants to talk to Summer. Phyllis demands to know what's going on with Diane. Kyle and Summer look at each other, not sure what to tell her. At the club, Sharon shares stories about Ray and his mother. Tessa and Mariah enjoy hearing Sharon smile talking about her late husband. Mariah and Tessa are anxious about the birth mother. They wonder if she changed her mind. Chloe talks loud so Sally would know Nick was there. Sally comes out of the bathroom. Nick wants to take Sally out, but she says she has work to do. Once they get rid of Nick, they wait for the test result. Back at the Abbotts, Phyllis asks why Diane was there. She wonders if they've been lying to her about Diane's whereabouts. They say Diane is none of her business. Phyllis disagrees. She thinks it is her business, especially when they have been lying to her and everyone else in town. Phyllis didn't like how she and Summer left things, and wants to make things right. Phyllis cries, stating she came to terms with losing her job. Phyllis wants to make it clear that it was just her that caused this situation. Diane was hostile toward her, too. All Phyllis cares about is Summer's safety. She'll be fine working with Daniel Romalotti Jr. Phyllis thinks it's strange that Diane was at the house. She wants to know why Summer and Kyle are hiding Diane. She thinks it's strange that they agreed to hide her out, considering Jeremy is a threat. Diane is putting Summer's life in danger and that concerns her. Phyllis voiced how sad she was not seeing Summer on Christmas. Phyllis wonders if Summer spent the holiday with Diane. Summer looks uncomfortable by her mother's questions. Jack says goodbye to Adam and approaches Jeremy on the Crimson Lights patio. Stark is glad to see him, asking him for another payment. Jeremy isn't sure he is interested in his cash offer. Jack demands to know what changed. Diane appears and says she's changed. Diane rubs Jeremy's shoulder and says she is back with Jeremy. Jack acts surprised to see Diane. He asks why she reached out to Jeremy. Jack cannot believe that she didn't call him or Kyle. She said Jack shouldn't feel responsible to clean up her mess. She doesn't want him paying off Jeremy for her. She will handle her own life. Diane thinks Jack needs to move on without her. She's happy she reconnected with him and Kyle, but she has to live her own life now. At Sally's suite, she announces the test result is A+, revealing she is pregnant. Sally immediately dismisses the result. She wants to get work done and wants to be alone. Back at Crimson Lights, Jeremy says Diane feels it's time for them to reconnect. She tells Jack to stay out of her life and let her make her own decisions. Jack tells Diane he cannot believe that Diane would go back to that criminal. Jeremy tells Jack to leave. Diane is his concern now. At Newman Enterprises, Nick is looking for Victoria Newman and runs into Victor Newman. Nick tries to leave, but Victor wants to talk. Victor apologizes, but he doesn't want him to ruin his life with Sally. Nick asks Victor not to meddle in his personal life and let him figure Sally out on his own. Nick says he hates fighting with Victor. He asks Victor to let him live his life and not meddle in his life. Victor obviously cannot do that. He wants his children to have happy, fulfilling lives. At Sally's suite, Sally paces the floor as she's waiting for the test result. Chloe is trying to keep her friend calm. Chloe says it's time to look at the test. Sally picks up the test and reveals. Nick runs into Sharon, Tessa, and Mariah at the club. They ask him to sit down with them and catch up. He says he's doing well. Sally's feeling better and he had a good conversation with Victor. Mariah gets a text message from the birth mom. She apologized for not reaching out sooner, but she's ready to meet. Sharon, Mariah, Nick, and Tessa smile as they look to the future. At Jabot, Victor pops in to see Adam. Victor wants to talk about Connor Newman. Victor knows Adam doesn't want him living at the ranch full-time, but he wants Connor to be a part of he and Nikki Newman's lives. Adam says he'll talk to Chelsea Lawson and work out a schedule for Connor to spend more time at the ranch. Adam wants to handle it and urges Victor not to talk Chelsea about it. Victor asks Adam if he's hoping to reunite with Chelsea. The Young and the Restless spoilers say that Adam denies that's what he wants. Adam just wants Chelsea to keep getting better, and a chat with Victor could derail her progress. At Crimson Lights, Jeremy isn't convinced that Diane really wants to be with him. Jeremy thinks she gave a great performance, but he needs more from her. She has to prove her loyalty to him. Just as Phyllis was leaving, Diane and Jack enter. Phyllis says that's all the proof she needs. Jack tries to lecture Summer on Phyllis. Summer tells Jack to back off. She loves her mother and they will work it out. Kyle asks how the meeting with Jeremy went. Diane thinks he believed her, but he asked for a loyalty test. Diane's not sure what he wants, but she will